Each morning, you open your eyes, sit up slowly, then step out of bed. But have you ever noticed that your legs are not as flexible as they used to be? They do not hurt. They are not swollen, but they feel heavy, sluggish, and lacking in energy. Some days. You need to hold on to the bed frame just to stand steady, or it may take a few seconds to regain your balance before walking. Many people think this is just a part of aging, but according to the National Institute on Aging in the United States, up to 33% of people over the age of 60 gradually lose leg muscle every decade without even realizing it. It is not because they are sick, but because they overlook one very important morning habit. In today's video, I will tell you about a familiar food that is often ignored, and how simply eating it at the right time each morning can help you restore strength to your legs without using any medication. If you are on a journey to take better care of your health as you age, stay with me until the end, because sometimes one small change is enough to keep you standing strong every single day. From the age of 60 and beyond, many people begin to notice a quiet but continuous change. The legs no longer move as smoothly as before. Standing up and sitting down takes more effort, and those first steps in the morning feel slower and less steady. But few people realize that the root cause comes from a process called age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. This is a condition where muscles gradually shrink over time. The earliest area affected is the leg muscles, which are responsible for balance, supporting the body's entire weight, and helping you move every day, according to a report by the National Institute on Aging in the United States. People over the age of 60 can lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass within just 10 years if no preventive measures are taken. What makes this concerning is that the process causes no pain and comes with no obvious symptoms. So it is easy to overlook. Many people simply think they are getting weaker because of age. But in reality, this is a sign that the body is slowly losing its natural strength. One morning, you find yourself wobbling as you get out of bed. A few days later, you begin to push against your knees with your hands to stand up. Over time, you may need help from someone else or rely on a cane. This is not a normal part of aging. It is the result of lifestyle habits that are not supporting your muscle health. Once your leg muscles weaken, you will notice shorter steps, slower movement, and a significant drop in balance. This raises the risk of falling. It can also lead to poor blood circulation, lower bone density, sleep problems, and reduced appetite at that point. The weakness is no longer just in your legs. It becomes a full-body decline in both physical and mental well-being. This explains why losing strength in the legs can trigger a chain reaction throughout the entire system, like a domino effect. There is one habit that may seem harmless, but is actually a major cause of rapid leg muscle loss in people over the age of 60. That habit is skipping breakfast. Many believe breakfast is unnecessary, or they simply start the day with a cup of black coffee. Others choose white bread, dry biscuits, or light snacks that lack proper nutrition. But the truth is, these habits are quietly pushing the body into a state where it breaks down muscle, especially in the legs. To create energy after a long night's sleep of 7 to 9 hours, the body enters a state known as catabolic. This means it begins to break down muscle tissue for energy if it does not receive enough nutrients. And the first muscles affected are in the thighs, calves, and hips. These are the major muscle groups that help you stand, walk, and stay balanced. If you only drink coffee or eat nothing at all, your body will use your leg muscles to feed the brain and other vital organs. A little bit each morning, until one day you realize your steps no longer feel steady. This habit does not only lead to weak legs, it also causes symptoms like nighttime leg cramps, a tingling sensation in the calves, or slight trembling when standing for too long. Many people think these are normal signs of aging, but in fact, they are clear signs of poor morning nutrition. A study from Tufts University in the United States found that older adults who received enough protein and energy in their breakfast were able to regain up to 35% of their leg strength in just 8 weeks, even without intense exercise. What is unfortunate is that most seniors still overlook breakfast or eat just to fill the stomach. In reality, breakfast is the time when the body absorbs nutrients most effectively to rebuild muscle, improve blood circulation, and activate the nervous system for movement. If this opportunity is missed, the body will operate the rest of the day in a state of deficiency. This leads to fatigue, poor balance, and of course, even faster weakening of the legs. Mr. David, 69 years old, was a former construction engineer living in the state of Oregon, United States, for many years. He regularly climbed scaffolding, hiked hills, and took long walks without feeling tired. But after turning 65, he began to notice something strange. Every morning upon waking, his legs felt heavy, almost as if they were no longer part of his body. On some mornings, his first step down the hallway made him stop in his tracks due to a loss of balance. His left leg would tremble slightly, like an old machine that had not been started in a while. One morning, while bending down to pick up the newspaper on the porch, he tripped over a low brick step and fell onto the yard. It was only a minor scrape, but he said, "I was not afraid of the fall. I was afraid because I felt like I had lost control of my legs." His wife began to worry as well, noticing that her husband walked slowly, unsteadily, and had to press his hands against his knees every time he stood up from the sofa. The walks in the park, which used to be his favorite activity, were gradually replaced by quiet mornings sitting and watching others go by. What was unusual was that he had no chronic illnesses, no diabetes, no arthritis. His test results were all normal, but the signs clearly showed he was experiencing age-related leg muscle loss, a condition he had never even considered. After a consultation with a nutrition expert, he began changing his breakfast routine. He completely stopped drinking black coffee on an empty stomach and replaced it with foods that help restore muscle, improve blood flow, and support the motor system. 3 weeks later, he began to feel a difference. That first morning step no longer felt heavy, and the nighttime leg cramps disappeared. By the 8th week, he returned to the park, walking 2 kilometers each morning without needing a cane. His wife looked at him and said, "You have your legs back for Mr. David." One small change in his breakfast helped him regain both his strength and his confidence. So, what were the foods that Mr. David added to his morning routine? 1. Whole eggs. Many people eat only the egg whites and discard the yolks due to concerns about cholesterol. But the truth is, the yolk contains the most important nutrients for those over the age of 60 in a small boiled egg. You will find protein, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and choline. These are essential for restoring and protecting leg muscles. In particular, the nutrient leucine found in eggs has the ability to activate muscle protein synthesis, a process that older adults often struggle with due to hormonal decline and a slower metabolism. A study from the University of Illinois found that people over 60 who ate 2 eggs every morning for 8 weeks saw significant improvements in leg strength and balance. This occurred even without changes to their exercise routine. Additionally, eggs help protect the myelin sheath of nerves, supporting the connection between the brain and the legs. This helps reduce unsteady steps or the risk of tripping. For best results, you should eat whole boiled eggs 30 to 60 minutes after waking, when your body is most effective at absorbing nutrients. You can pair the eggs with steamed tomatoes or leafy greens to enhance flavor and add antioxidants and magnesium to support muscle health. 2. Oats with chia seeds. If eggs help rebuild muscles, oats provide steady energy to maintain muscle strength throughout the morning. This familiar whole grain contains beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that helps reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and increase nutrient absorption into muscles. This is especially important for people over 60 since their ability to process and absorb nutrients has declined over time. When combined with chia seeds, this breakfast becomes a perfect formula. Chia seeds are rich in magnesium, potassium, calcium, and omega-3. These nutrients help reduce cramping, relax the muscles, and improve blood flow to even the smallest leg muscles. Many older adults have shared that after eating oats and chia seeds regularly for 2 weeks, they experienced less pain when climbing stairs, reduced numbness, and stronger steps each morning. Simple preparation. Cook 3 tablespoons of oats with water or plant-based milk. Then mix in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and add a few banana slices or berries to increase sweetness and antioxidant levels. Eating it warm helps your body absorb minerals more effectively. 3. Medium ripe bananas. Few people know that bananas are one of the richest natural sources of electrolytes for older adults, especially when it comes to preventing nighttime leg cramps and muscle spasms. A medium-ripe banana provides around 400 milligrams of potassium, which is about 10% of the daily electrolyte requirement. Potassium is a vital mineral that helps maintain a stable electrical charge across muscle cell membranes. This allows muscle fibers to function smoothly, stay flexible, and respond accurately. A study from Harvard University found that older adults who regularly ate bananas in the morning had a 33% lower risk of experiencing cramps compared to those who did not. In addition to potassium, bananas contain vitamin B6, which helps improve the neural connection between the brain and the leg muscles. This supports better balance and steadier steps, especially right after waking up. However, if you have diabetes or kidney disease, you should eat medium-ripe bananas that are not overly sweet and consume them after your main breakfast to avoid a sudden spike in blood sugar. You can slice bananas into your oatmeal or enjoy them with plain yogurt. 4. Greek yogurt. Not all types of yogurt help with muscle recovery, but Greek yogurt is an exception. It is strained to remove excess liquid, which results in protein levels that are twice as high as in regular yogurt. A 170-gram serving of Greek yogurt contains about 17 grams of high-quality protein, along with leucine and calcium, key nutrients needed to rebuild leg muscles after a long night of inactivity. In addition to protein, Greek yogurt also contains probiotics, beneficial bacteria that improve nutrient absorption and reduce chronic inflammation. These are 2 key factors that affect blood circulation in the legs and the ability of muscles to recover. A study from Maastricht University in the Netherlands found that adults over 65 who regularly consumed 20 grams of dairy protein each morning experienced noticeable improvements in leg strength, fewer cramps, and increased ability to stand up without support after 6 weeks. If you do not prefer cow's milk yogurt, you can choose goat milk yogurt or lactose-free versions. Avoid products with added sugar or flavoring. Eating yogurt after light morning activity will help your body absorb the nutrients more effectively. 5. Salmon or fatty fish. Eat for breakfast twice a week. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are fatty fish that are rich in omega-3, especially EPA and DHA. These nutrients help reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and support muscle protein synthesis, a process that tends to decline after the age of 60. These fatty acids also help blood vessels become more flexible, which improves circulation to the leg muscles. As a result, they can help reduce feelings of heaviness, cold feet, or slight trembling when walking. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition once published a study showing that older adults who ate fatty fish twice a week were able to maintain 27% more leg muscle mass than those who did not eat fish. They also had a 36% lower risk of falling. You only need to eat fatty fish in the morning twice a week, not every day. A simple way to prepare it is to pan-sear the fish lightly with olive oil or steam it with vegetables. If you do not have time, you can use sugar-free smoked salmon or take a high-quality fish oil supplement. 6. Secret dish: steamed sweet potato with mineral salt. Over many years of working with older adults, I have found that there is a simple, familiar food in many kitchens that, when used the right way in the morning, can become a lifesaver for weak legs. This dish is not an expensive supplement, nor is it an exotic seed from abroad. It is simply steamed sweet potato sprinkled with a small amount of natural mineral salt. Sweet potatoes are a slow-digesting carbohydrate that helps stabilize energy throughout the morning without causing sudden spikes in blood sugar like white bread or sticky rice. A steamed sweet potato contains potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C. These essential minerals help reduce numbness in the legs, improve blood circulation, support muscle reflexes, and enhance balance. In particular, magnesium relaxes muscle fibers and reduces cramping, while manganese and vitamin C support the regeneration of muscle tissue damaged by aging. What makes this dish unique is the use of natural mineral salt, also known as Celtic or Himalayan salt. This type of salt contains more than 80 trace minerals that are not found in regular table salt. These minerals help balance electrolytes in the muscles, retain water in cells, reduce cramping, and prevent muscle loss. Compared to refined salt, mineral salt does not significantly raise blood pressure when used in proper amounts. A study conducted by the French Institute of Mineral Nutrition found that older adults who ate steamed sweet potatoes with a pinch of mineral salt every morning for 90 days improved their balance by 41% and reduced their risk of falling by nearly 50% compared to those who did not. The method is simple. Steam half a sweet potato until soft. Sprinkle a small pinch of natural mineral salt on top and eat it while still warm. Do this about 10 minutes before your main breakfast, along with a glass of warm water to aid absorption. It is a gentle yet effective way to start your morning with energy and steady legs. In addition to food, there are small morning habits that can help you maintain leg strength, improve blood circulation, increase balance, and significantly reduce the risk of falling. The best part is that you do not need any equipment or intense exercise. You only need to stay consistent with the following 5 gentle actions each morning. The first habit is to drink a glass of warm water mixed with a pinch of natural mineral salt right after waking up, after a long night. The body is dehydrated and low on electrolytes, which can make your legs feel heavy, numb, or unstable when stepping out of bed. This drink helps restore circulation, reduce muscle cramps, and activate the motor nervous system. The second habit is a 3-minute balance exercise you can do right in your room. Stand upright, lift one foot off the ground just a few centimeters, and hold for 10 seconds. Then switch legs. Repeat 5 times on each side. This movement activates the muscles in your legs, hips, and ankles, helping you stand more steadily every day. The third habit is to avoid getting up too quickly. Sit up slowly. Take a few deep breaths and rotate your wrists and ankles before stepping out of bed. This helps blood flow evenly and lowers the risk of dizziness or falling. The fourth habit is to get 5 minutes of early sunlight, which helps trigger the natural production of vitamin D. This supports healthy bones and allows muscles to function more smoothly. Finally, eat something light within 30 minutes of waking up, even if it is just half a sweet potato or a boiled egg. This prevents the body from entering a muscle-wasting state and ensures your legs are nourished from the very start of the day. Maybe you have felt it too. One morning you wake up and realize that your legs are no longer as steady as they once were. There is no sharp pain, just a little heaviness, a slight wobble, a moment of hesitation before stepping out of bed, and you tell yourself, it must just be age. But as the days go by, that feeling does not go away. It stays, and slowly. It takes away your confidence, your independence, and a part of the beauty that makes growing older meaningful. But today, you have learned that not everything is caused by age, and not every weakness is something you must accept. With a simple boiled egg, a small bowl of oats, a piece of salmon, or a warm steamed sweet potato, you can nourish strength from deep within your legs. No medications, no expensive equipment, just an understanding of what your body needs, and a gentle way to meet that need each morning. Your body, no matter how old it is still listening. And every small action you take at the start of the day, a sip of warm water with mineral salt, a moment of balancing on your feet, or the soft sunlight touching your wrist, sends a message that you are still taking care of yourself. So do not let another day pass quietly. Begin tomorrow morning. Just one simple thing. You can choose to bring strength back to your legs, and with it, the joy of living after 60. If today's message has helped you see breakfast in a new way, leave us a note. Where do you live? How old are you? And what will you eat tomorrow morning to protect your legs? We read every word because every listener here is deeply valued, and the journey to steady legs is also the journey to holding on to yourself.